Hello everybody, this is Evan Rogers coming at you with a super exciting Evan's Easy Japanese video. We are finally doing some... Sorry, I'm playing with this. We are finally doing some exciting... And it's not really that exciting, I'll be honest. It's kind of boring. But it's vocab. It's not just kanji. So this is the third set of questions in the vocab thing. And we're just gonna... It basically says just what goes inside the blank. So these are parentheses. Kako parentheses are called kako in Japanese. So kako ni... Nani ga hairimasu ka? So the ni particle, so the verb is hairimasu. Let's start off with the verb. The verb is hairimasu. Something enters something else, as in I enter the house, the car entered the garage, something enters into something else. Notice it's X does something. And the subject does the entering, right? So nani ga, so the thing that does the hairimasu, it's the ga particle. So what enters, and then the thing that enters into is a ni particle, because that's generally the function of the ni particle with things like this, the final destination, that go into the location of like you're gonna do something and then end up there. Like, you see how entering a building is kind of like going into the building more so than it's like the entering happens at the at the building. So it wouldn't be a de particle, really. De is much more the idea of where you play football games, where you play your video games, or where you eat your candy. It's not really like where you eat your candy would be de, and then the candy ends up in your stomach would be a ni particle, if that makes any sense. That would be where the candy ends up. All right, then it says 1, 2, 3 kara ichibani. So we've seen this sentence a billion times. I'm not going to waste my time on it. All right, so right. Example question. あそこでタクシーに something. Alright, it gives us the answer already, number one, but I guess I shouldn't have pointed that out. あそこでタクシーに blank. We already know the verb. Let's look at these already. So, 入りました. 入りました. We just got done saying 入りました up here. Hairimashita is the idea of going into something. And we don't really use it for vehicles. It's much more of the idea of like going into a drawer, like, you know, your mouse jumped into the drawer, or going into a building, something like that. That's your idea of hairimasu. Tsukimashita is to arrive at a location. So we don't really arrive at a taxi over there. That's not quite really what we're trying to say. Agarimashita is like raised up. Asoku de taxi ni agarimashita. I raised something. I raised to the taxi. Oh. But then the taxi's like a foot off the ground, so not really that impressive. Norimashita is to board something that we ride, a vehicle of some sort. So we're going to norimasu, an airplane, a train, a car, a bus, things like that. And thus a taxi ni noru. And notice the idea, I just got done telling you that the ni particle is kind of like where the thing ends up after verbs. Like you go to a location and you're at the location. You eat a pizza and the pizza ends up in your stomach. You draw a drawing and the drawing is on the paper. That sort of a feeling is the ni particle in situations like this. So what is it doing with taxi? Like, if you're going to ride the taxi, so you kind of probably are putting two and two together in your brain. So you're going to board the taxi, and then you're going to be in the taxi. You're going to be kind of on the taxi. You're going to be riding the taxi. Does that make sense? And that's why it's a ni particle. That's why it's not, I don't know, a de or an o. You're not really going to... In English, I ride the taxi is almost like the taxi is the object. But if you think of it as in you're going to board the taxi, and thus you're going to be inside the taxi, and that's where your body will be resting for a while, that's why it's the ni particle. I hope that makes sense. This is a short one, so we'll just end it there. And sorry it was a short one. Shout out to anybody all my Patreon subscribers. Thank you very much. Go ahead and let me know through Patreon if you want me to mention you guys in my videos. I'm afraid that maybe you guys would be embarrassed. Individually, let me know. And if you say yes, let me, give me some mad props, yo dog. I will give you some mad props, yo dog, on the video. Just a reminder, $3 subscriptions at Subscribestar and Patreon gets you the Beginner Kanji's Workbook with all your JLPT N5 needs. We'll send it with that. And $5 subscription gives you all the workbooks I'm making. I'm working on a verb workbook right now. I got my e-adjective one done, but I'm editing it. So I have it up, but I'm going to put up this is a better version of it just to keep things good and proper and appropriate and functional and accurate. And then $10 is all the other stuff I've been making, and I'll show you what kind of stuff I'm making for the $10 thing so people can know what the heck I'm doing. That being said, I'll stop wasting your time. Have yourselves a great day. Peace out, guys.